What is up, everyone? I post every single trade I take regardless if it's a win or a loss. On February the 4th, 2025, I took a total of 2 trades today. Every trade I take will be posted within my Discord with the alert and the expiration of the contract. The first trade that I took was actually Walmart 101 calls expiring on February the 7th. You can see over here I entered in at $65 a contract. Now, my reasoning for entering into Walmart was actually pretty simple. Whenever I take a trade, I want to look for a continuation of a trend. I don't like to take trades within a range. I knew Walmart was getting very close to a pretty anticipatory run up for its earnings, and we could see that we have a huge inclination of buyers stepping in. I want to see if we can continue to test all-time highs and see if we can see a proper entrance. In this case, Walmart did. Now, for Walmart, I like to track the 5-minute chart, and the reason why is because it shows us a pretty clear indication of what's happening in a short-term basis and see if a trend will follow. I want to make sure whenever I take any trade that we are above 2 certain factors. Are we above a pre-market high at 99.98? Yes. The second thing I want to look out for is, are we above the previous day high, which was 99.79? Yes, we did. So within the first 5 minutes, I decided to hold on onto this trade and really look out to see if we maintain previous levels. My stop loss for this trade was going to be the previous day low because I did not want to see this actually break below, because in this case, we're trading within a range day. So I entered into the trade a little bit in a bad entrance. I kind of rushed into it. I entered in at $100.13. As you can see, I had a little bit of a chop, but I trusted that the consolidation for this move was actually starting to develop. You can see a huge consolidation in this trend. Within there, it got tighter and tighter and tighter, and eventually buyers did supersede to break above the entrance of $100.14. Now, I held on to the trade. You can see I told everyone here for Walmart that I'm going to close the trade as soon as it approached around $100.50. That was my first price target for it because it was a whole number that typically contracts tend to move toward, and I just wanted to see if we could break that. It got a little higher than that. I closed it at around $100.65, but these contracts ended up turning from exactly $65 a contract to around $81 a contract. Now imagine you do this trade with some sums of money. You can make a lot of money by trading these small contracts to make a huge gain. The next trade that I took was Snowflake 187.50 calls expiring 2/7, filled at $395 a contract. Now, this was not a perfect trade, but one thing I wanted to understand for Snowflake was I kind of understood here on the daily chart, you can see a little bit of a cup and handle pattern. Now, what this basically means is they had the power to actually try to break the high of this range, but we need to see a little bit of a consolidation, otherwise known as the handle, followed by the spring. Now, what I wanted to see to avoid making sure we don't trade in a range was that cup and handle starting to break out, in which Snowflake did actually do that. In the same thing, 5-minute chart, I wanted to see a couple things. Are we above the pre-market high? Yes, we were. The pre-market high was around 186.18. Next, I want to see, are we above the previous day low? Yes, it is, 184.53. Same thing, my stop loss was the break below the previous day low at 184.53. You can see we tested that 184.53 level, but we didn't break it, which is my indication that, hey, this may be just a liquidity sweep to get some liquidity to get this thing to move up higher. Similar story with Walmart. This actually had a very strong bullish consolidation, broke all the way through, and I advised everyone in the Discord that, hey, I'm going to be closing these contracts at $189.41 at the entrance. I closed these contracts at $500 a piece, which means that we made a little bit over $100 a contract in profits for this trade. Now, if you are interested in placing these trades with me, follow my Twitter and my Discord in the link in the subscription. I'd love to take a day trade with you guys like this more often. Shoot me a subscription or a follow if you found this interesting and you'd like to learn more about this.